First up, the Eisenhower Bicentennial. $1 was issued in 1976 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The U.S. Mint chose to honor this significant event by issuing a special coin that not only celebrated the nation's founding but also the legacy of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, whose likeness had already been featured on the regular issue Eisenhower dollar. However, this particular coin has the unique distinction of being part of a broader bicentennial effort that included not only coins but stamps, medals, and other memorabilia. The Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar coin was the first dollar to feature both a reverse design distinct from the standard Eisenhower coin and a special reverse design celebrating America's history. The Liberty Bell and the moon landings were featured to symbolize the nation's triumphs and values during its first 2 centuries. In terms of the market value, the Eisenhower Bicentennial Bell $1 with a large date and without a mint mark in fine condition can command anywhere between $50,000 depending on demand and condition. However, a coin with higher grades like very fine or extra fine can go for significantly more. Some rare auction results have even seen these coins sell for upwards of $53,000, especially when they come with certified authentication by respected grading services like PCGS or NGC. The value largely depends on the condition, and the large date variety tends to be more valuable than its small date counterpart. Coins with no mint mark, indicating they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, also carry an added appeal for collectors who specialize in this particular type. The total mintage for the 1976 Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar coin was substantial, with nearly 200 million coins being struck across various versions. However, the large date variant without a mint mark Philadelphia Mint is considered rarer than the small date variety and remains highly collectible. While millions of coins were produced, the specific numbers that make it rare are typically linked to its production characteristics, condition, and lack of mint mark. The obverse of the Eisenhower Bicentennial Dollar coin features President Dwight D. Eisenhower's likeness, designed by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. This is similar to the standard Eisenhower dollar, except for the commemorative back that distinguishes it. The reverse design is where this coin becomes unique. It shows the Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon, symbolizing the nation's accomplishments in both the field of independence and the space program. This reverse design was conceived by artist Bruce Sherbel and was chosen to represent the United States' history, specifically the birth of the nation and its advancements. The moon landing was one of the most significant events in the 20th century, symbolizing the culmination of American ingenuity. The major error types for the Eisenhower Bicentennial $1 coins include the high-relief coins that were poorly struck or those with misaligned dies. These errors have intrigued collectors for years and can significantly increase a coin's value. However, due to the widespread production of the coin, such errors are relatively rare, which is part of why collectors are willing to pay a premium for these varieties. Moreover, there are also some proof versions of this coin, which were produced for collectors and not for circulation. These proof coins, typically issued in sets, are more valuable and desirable due to their superior minting process. The Eisenhower Bicentennial $1 remains one of the most popular coins in the series, and collectors continue to seek it out for both its historical significance and the beauty of its design. Its association with the 1976 bicentennial celebrations gives it a special place in American numismatic history. To summarize, the Eisenhower Bicentennial Bell $1 large date, without mint mark. In fine condition is a coin with immense collector interest. While millions were produced, its distinct features, historical context, and the fact that it hails from a special commemorative series give it great appeal. If you can find this coin in higher grades, it can command a significant premium in today's market. Next up, the 1922 peace dollar holds a special place in U.S. coinage history, as it was part of a series created to commemorate the end of World War I and the peace that followed. The design, crafted by artist Anthony DeFrancisi, symbolized a nation's hope for peace and prosperity after the devastating conflict. The peace dollar, minted from 1921 to 1935, was one of the last large silver coins to circulate in the United States, making it not only a historical artifact, but also a cherished piece for collectors. The coin was designed to replace the Morgan dollar, which had been in circulation for decades. The design of the peace dollar features Lady Liberty on the obverse, her image powerful and elegant, crowned with rays of light, symbolizing a new dawn for the country. The reverse showcases an eagle perched on a rock, clutching an olive branch, which further emphasizes the message of peace. The legend PEACE was added to symbolize the achievement of world peace after the war. The peace dollar is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful designs in U.S. coinage history. Lady Liberty's portrait is striking, showing a confident woman representing not just liberty but the optimism of the 1920s. Her profile is adorned with a tiara, and the inscription, Liberty, stretches across the top. The year 1922 appears under her neck, with the mint mark, if present to the right, just below the year. Since we're discussing the coin without a mint mark, this particular version was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. On the reverse, the eagle stands proudly on a rocky outcrop, wings spread in flight. The word peace is inscribed just below the eagle, with the motto, "In God We Trust," and the coin's denomination, $1, completing the reverse design. This dramatic imagery captured the spirit of the times, making it a symbol of strength, renewal, and hope. The 1922 peace dollar is one of the most sought-after coins in the series, especially when it comes to the large date version. The mintage for this year was quite substantial, with over 50 million coins produced. However, not all of them are in equal demand. The large date variety stands out among collectors, and its popularity continues to increase, driving up the value significantly. In circulated condition, the 1922 peace dollar with no mint mark can command a significant price. As of today, its value can range from $39,000 in lower circulated grades, depending on the wear and the condition of the coin. For a higher grade circulated coin, such as those in very fine or extremely fine condition, the value can soar up to $70,000 or more. The market for this coin is driven by its historical significance, its symbolic design, and its status as one of the last silver dollars produced before the end of the coin's production in 1935. As with all collectible coins, errors play a crucial role in determining value. For the 1922 peace dollar, while mint errors, such as double strikes or off-center strikes, are rare, they do occur and can push a coin's value into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The larger the error or the more unique it is, the higher the collector interest. Additionally, the general collector interest in peace dollars has only increased in recent years. The peace dollar series, and particularly the 1922, continues to capture the imaginations of new collectors as well as seasoned numismatists. The large date version is particularly sought after, and many collectors strive to complete their peace dollar collection with a specimen from each of the major years and mint marks. Let's start with the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin, which is one of the most iconic pieces in the history of modern U.S. currency. Introduced by the U.S. Mint in 2000, this coin represents a pivotal shift in American coinage, as it was designed to replace the aging Eisenhower dollar. The Sacagawea dollar is distinctive for its vibrant golden hue, derived from its unique composition, and it quickly became a collector's favorite due to its aesthetic appeal and symbolic significance. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2000 Sacagawea $1, it's essential to understand its historical context. For decades, the U.S. dollar coin had been overshadowed by paper currency and wasn't seen as a practical form of circulation. The Eisenhower dollar, minted in 1971, was larger than most coins and proved to be unpopular with the general public, both due to its size and design. In response to these issues, the U.S. Mint decided to create a new design for a dollar coin that would appeal to the public. They turned to Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who guided the Lewis and Clark expedition, as the face of the coin. Sacagawea's image was meant to symbolize America's exploration spirit and the contributions of women and Native Americans to the nation's development. The obverse of the 2000 Sacagawea coin features a stunning portrayal of Sacagawea herself, designed by artist Glenna Goodacre. Sacagawea is depicted carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, on her back, symbolizing strength and resilience. This image quickly became iconic, embodying the idea of a strong, nurturing woman, attributes that resonated deeply with collectors. On the reverse, we see a design by artist Thomas D. Rogers. It features an eagle in flight, its wings spread wide in a graceful arc. Above the eagle, you'll notice the inscription, United States of America, and below it, E pluribus unum. Surrounding the eagle are the words, $1. The reverse design highlights the theme of freedom and national pride, further strengthening the symbolism of this coin. Now, let's talk about the market value of the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin. While the coin was minted in large quantities, the 2000D mint mark variety stands out. The coin was produced at the Denver Mint, and its mintage was estimated to be over 500 million coins. That means it wasn't initially seen as a particularly rare coin. However, the situation changes when we consider the condition. A Sacagawea dollar in fine condition, like the one we're discussing, is still relatively common. But, as with any coin, the value rises significantly if it's in higher grades such as extremely fine, or MS67, mint state 67. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch up to $75,000 at auction, especially if they have been authenticated and certified by trusted grading services. What truly sets the 2000 Sacagawea dollar apart from other coins is its potential for errors. One of the most well-known error types is the Cheerios Sacagawea dollar, which got its name after a batch of these coins was sent out as part of a promotional deal with the General Mills cereal company. These error coins are highly coveted and can command astronomical prices, with some specimens fetching thousands of dollars at auction. Another notable error to look for in Sacagawea dollars is the wide rim variety, which refers to a mistake made during the striking process. Coins with a wide rim are rare and highly sought after by collectors. These errors, along with high-quality specimens, make the Sacagawea dollar an increasingly valuable piece in the numismatic world. The 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin with the D mint mark, in fine condition, may not be the rarest coin in terms of mintage, but it has earned a place in the hearts of collectors for its beautiful design and symbolic value. As the years pass, it is likely to increase in value, especially as newer generations of collectors appreciate its historical importance and unique design. Next up, the 1978. The Eisenhower dollar had been in circulation for just a couple of years, following its introduction in 1971. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the coin featured a bust of President Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse and a reverse design that depicted an eagle landing on the moon. The Eisenhower dollar was issued during a time when the U.S. was transitioning away from silver coinage for everyday transactions. By 1978, the coin was still part of the series but saw declining production as demand shifted towards more modern designs. This shift eventually led to the introduction of the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1979. Nevertheless, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar is notable as it was one of the last to be minted in significant quantities before the coinage change. In the auction market, the value of the 1978 Eisenhower $1 large date without mint mark in fine condition typically ranges from $10 to $30, depending on the coin's quality and the buyer's interest. Though not as valuable as the bicentennial version, this coin's historical context and limited availability in the finer grades such as extra fine or uncirculated can push its value higher, sometimes approaching the $44,000 mark or more for top-tier examples. The large date variety, in particular, appeals to collectors looking to complete their Eisenhower dollar collections, as it serves as a transitional piece before the coin was replaced. The scarcity of the 1978 large date coin compared to earlier issues also adds to its allure. Some auction results for higher-grade examples have shown these coins fetching up to $66,000 when encapsulated in top-grade holders. The 1978 Eisenhower dollar was produced in relatively high numbers, with millions struck for circulation. However, the large date version, produced without a mint mark at the Philadelphia Mint, is rarer than the small date variant, which gives it a slight premium in the market. The precise production numbers for the 1978 coins can be a little ambiguous, with estimates indicating around 35 to 40 million coins were minted, but few in high-grade conditions have survived. The obverse of the 1978 Eisenhower dollar remains unchanged from the earlier coins. The depiction of President Eisenhower, designed by Gasparo, shows the late president facing left. His features are captured in a simple yet dignified manner, capturing his status as a revered military leader and president. On the reverse, the design is where the coin stands apart. The eagle, clutching an olive branch, lands on the moon as a symbol of America's success in the space race. The reverse, which has been called somewhat simplistic, captures a significant moment in U.S. history, yet in 1978, it became something of a relic as America moved past the space race and into a new era. Like the bicentennial coin, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar is not free from errors. Misstrikes, such as off-center or double-die varieties, can add significant value to these coins. Additionally, examples in proof-like conditions, especially those with cameo or deep cameo finishes, are often sought after by collectors. The Eisenhower dollar series, despite being short-lived, holds appeal for collectors due to its connection with the mid-20th century U.S. presidency and the space race. The 1978 coin's place within that context only enhances its value as time passes. In summary, the Eisenhower $1, 1978. Large date. Without mint mark, circulated in fine condition, remains an important coin in the Eisenhower dollar series. While its market value may not be as high as some rarer issues, it still draws attention due to its historical significance, its role in the series, and the general scarcity of well-preserved examples. For collectors focused on completing the series or those with an interest in U.S. presidential and space-themed coins, this is an item that will likely hold its value over time. Next up, the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin made its debut as part of a monumental effort by the U.S. Mint to introduce a new golden dollar coin to replace the older, unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar. The Sacagawea design was chosen to honor the legacy of Native American women, specifically Sacagawea herself, who played a crucial role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. Despite being released over 2 decades ago, the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin continues to capture the attention of collectors and investors alike. Today, we'll explore its value in its dirty color condition, the significant aspects that contribute to its appeal, and why this coin holds such a strong presence in today's auction market. The Sacagawea $1 coin was issued for circulation in 2000 as part of an effort by the U.S. Mint to create a new series of dollar coins with a more modern design. Unlike previous coinage, this dollar coin featured Sacagawea and her son Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau as they journeyed across the American frontier. Designed by Glenna Goodacre, the Sacagawea dollar was part of a broader move to honor important figures in U.S. history, especially Native Americans, through coinage. The coin's original purpose was to commemorate Sacagawea's invaluable contributions to the exploration of the American West, and her story resonated with many. The 2000 coin's golden hue came from an innovative manganese brass alloy, giving it a distinct and bright appearance. However, despite efforts to promote the Sacagawea dollar, it was not immediately accepted by the public, and it never gained widespread circulation. Still, over time, collectors began to recognize the unique historical and artistic value of the coin, and some began to collect it, especially in mint state or high-grade conditions. In total, the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin had a mintage of 1,134,000,000 coins across all mint marks, including the P mint mark. This significant mintage initially made the coin seem far from rare. However, it is important to note that the coins were distributed primarily for use in everyday transactions, and many circulated rapidly, leading to wear and tear that drastically reduced the number of coins in excellent condition. For this reason, Sacagawea dollars in mint state or near uncirculated condition are much more valuable than those in circulated forms. The 2000p Sacagawea dollar, though not as rare as some other issues, has a distinct position in the collector market due to the high demand for specific conditions, especially with errors or blemishes that can add to their value. One of the most prominent features of the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin is its design. The coin's obverse depicts Sacagawea carrying her child, Jean-Baptiste, on her back, a powerful symbol of her role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. The reverse design shows an eagle in flight, symbolizing the soaring American spirit. Both of these designs were groundbreaking, as they broke the tradition of depicting only presidents and political figures on U.S. currency. The P mint mark is found on the obverse of the coin, indicating that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary mints producing coinage for circulation at the time. This mint mark also plays a role in determining the coin's market value, as certain mint marks are in higher demand depending on the rarity and condition of the coin. Although the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin was initially produced in large numbers, some versions of the coin are valued significantly higher in today's market. Coins in dirty color or circulated condition, like the one we're examining today, might seem less appealing at first glance. However, they can still fetch higher prices, especially if the coin possesses error features or has unique discoloration that makes it stand out. The condition, coupled with historical significance and collector demand, is what drives the coin's value. As of the latest market trends, a 2000 Sacagawea $1 with a P mint mark in dirty or worn condition can still be valued at around $45,000, depending on its specific characteristics. If the coin has a unique error or is in particularly unusual condition, collectors have been known to bid significantly higher. While the 2000 Sacagawea $1 in its regular state is already an intriguing collectible, errors can significantly increase its value. Some of the most popular errors to look for include double strikes off center strikes and missing edge lettering. These errors can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a highly sought-after rarity, driving up the market value exponentially. Collectors are particularly interested in coins with interesting color tones or patina that develop over time, as these can provide a deeper historical narrative about the coin's journey. Coins in dirty color condition can sometimes be more fascinating because the wear tells a story of time and use, making them unique collectible. Next up, the Eisenhower dollar, or Ike dollar, is one of the most iconic coins produced by the United States Mint, minted between 1971 and 1978. It marked the end of the series of large-sized silver dollars and is known for featuring the likeness of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. The coin was designed to honor both Eisenhower's contributions during his presidency and his leadership during World War II, particularly his role in overseeing the D-Day invasion. The Eisenhower dollar was initially a celebration of the Apollo 11 moon landing, with the reverse side of the coin featuring an eagle landing on the moon. While the coin was intended to be a commemorative piece, it became part of everyday currency and continued to circulate long after its minting. The gold-plated versions, however, hold significant appeal in the world of numismatics, and one of the most interesting versions of this coin is the 1972 large-date Eisenhower dollar, specifically those that are gold-plated and found in rusty condition. In the early 1970s, the United States was transitioning through an era of high inflation, economic uncertainty, and the ongoing space race. The Eisenhower dollar was designed not just as a currency, but as a way to reflect the political and cultural climate of the time. Released initially in 1971, the coin was first minted as a commemorative piece for the Apollo 11 moon landing, with the reverse featuring a depiction of an eagle landing on the moon. This was a fitting tribute to the historic achievement. In 1972, the U.S. Mint produced large date varieties of the Eisenhower dollar. These coins were minted with the intention to circulate widely, but they eventually lost popularity due to their size and the increasing use of smaller denominations. Some of these coins were later released in gold-plated versions, which were often sold as special commemoratives or given out as novelty items. These gold-plated coins became highly sought after by collectors due to their unique appearance and rarity. The design of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar features a detailed portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. Gasparo's design depicts Eisenhower in profile, with the word "Liberty" inscribed across the top and "In God We Trust" along the bottom. The date 1972 is displayed beneath the portrait. The reverse side of the coin, which is perhaps its most distinctive feature, depicts an eagle landing on the moon. This imagery commemorates the first manned moon landing, and it is a design that has made the Eisenhower dollar a symbol of both American space exploration and national pride. The reverse also includes the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, as well as the denomination $1. For the gold-plated versions, the U.S. Mint did not alter the basic design of the coin but added a thin coating of gold to the surface, giving it a shiny golden appearance. Over time, this gold plating may begin to wear off, which results in a coin that can exhibit a rusty or tarnished appearance, especially if the coin has been exposed to the elements or mishandled. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar had a total mintage of approximately 27 million coins, making it one of the more common dates in the series. However, the gold-plated versions are not as widely circulated, making them more sought after among collectors. While the exact number of gold-plated 1972 Eisenhower dollars is unknown, it's believed that these coins were minted in limited quantities as special releases for collectors or as part of promotional campaigns. The rarity of gold-plated coins increases the value for collectors, particularly those in unusual or unique conditions. Coins that have developed rust, tarnish, or other signs of aging often appeal to collectors who focus on the unique characteristics and stories behind each coin. These factors can substantially impact the price at auction, especially if the coin has maintained some of its original gold plating. In the world of numismatic auctions, a 1972 Eisenhower dollar in rusty condition can command varying prices depending on several factors. First and foremost, the presence of rust or tarnish may reduce its value compared to a pristine example. However, the rarity and historical significance of the coin, combined with its gold-plated surface, can still lead to higher than expected bids. In today's auction market, a gold-plated 1972 Eisenhower dollar in rusty condition can fetch anywhere from $26,000, depending on the extent of the rust and the overall demand among collectors. Coins that have retained more of their original gold plating are typically valued on the higher end of this range. If the rust or tarnish can be tied to historical context or an interesting backstory, such as being part of a specific collector's set or minting error, the value can rise even further. Additionally, collectors who focus on the appearance of the rust or the distinctive gold plating pattern may consider this coin a unique specimen, pushing the market value upwards. Auctions, particularly online platforms, are a great place to see how these coins fare in the market, as the demand for unusual, one-of-a-kind pieces continues to grow. Despite being a relatively recent coin, the 1972 Eisenhower dollar has captured the attention of collectors due to its design, history, and the various errors found in some coins. The most notable errors in the Eisenhower dollar series involve minting mistakes such as double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks. While these errors are rare, they can significantly increase the value of a coin in the auction market. For the gold-plated version of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar, collectors often seek out coins with interesting variations in the gold plating itself. Some coins may have thicker or thinner layers of gold, or the gold may have worn off unevenly, giving the coin a unique appearance. Coins with particularly striking plating variations or unusual wear patterns tend to attract higher bids. The market for error coins and coins with unique design features is always growing, and collectors who specialize in gold-plated versions of the Eisenhower dollar will often pay a premium for coins that stand out in this way. As with any coin, the more unique the story or the condition of the coin, the higher the likelihood it will command a premium price at auction. Next up, the Morgan silver dollar holds a special place in American coinage, symbolizing a significant era in the nation's economic development. Minted from 1878 to 1904, and then again in 1921, the Morgan dollar emerged during a time of rapid industrialization and westward expansion. The coin is named after its designer, George T. Morgan, an English-born engraver who joined the U.S. Mint in 1876. The year 1887 was a period of economic growth in the United States, marked by advancements in technology and infrastructure. The San Francisco Mint, denoted by the S mint mark on the coin, played a crucial role in producing silver dollars to support the expanding economy, especially in the western states. The S mint mark signifies that the coin was struck in San Francisco, a hub for silver coinage due to its proximity to silver mines. In 1887, the San Francisco Mint produced approximately 1,771,000 Morgan silver dollars. While this mintage is moderate compared to other years, the survival rate of these coins, especially in higher grades, significantly influences their value today. Many coins from this era were circulated extensively, leading to wear and tear, which makes well-preserved specimens particularly desirable among collectors. The Morgan silver dollar boasts a design rich in symbolism and artistry. On the obverse, Lady Liberty is portrayed in profile, facing left. She dons a Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom and the pursuit of liberty, adorned with agricultural elements like wheat and cotton, representing America's agricultural heritage. The word liberty is inscribed on a ribbon above her head, and 13 stars encircle the design, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. The date 1887 is prominently displayed at the bottom. The reverse features a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching an olive branch and arrows in its talons, signifying a nation prepared for both peace and defense. The inscription, United States of America, arches above the eagle, while the denomination $1 is found below. The phrase, "In God we trust," is emblazoned between the eagle's wings. The S mint mark is located beneath the wreath, indicating its origin at the San Francisco Mint. As of February 2025, the market value of an 1887 S Morgan silver dollar in circulated fine F12 condition is approximately $61,000. This valuation reflects the coin's historical significance, silver content, and collector demand. It's important to note that coin values can fluctuate based on factors such as market demand, silver prices, and the coin's condition. For the most accurate and up-to-date valuations, consulting reputable coin dealers or auction houses is recommended. The 1887 S Morgan silver dollar is not widely known for major mint errors, which makes any discovered anomalies particularly intriguing to collectors. Variations such as die cracks, repunched mint marks, or striking errors can add a premium to the coin's value. Collectors often seek coins with unique characteristics or those that tell a story of the minting process. The Morgan silver dollar series, as a whole, enjoys immense popularity among numismatists. Its historical context, coupled with its iconic design, makes it a staple in many collections. The 1887 S variant, with its moderate mintage and association with the storied San Francisco Mint, holds a special allure for enthusiasts of American coinage. Next up, let's take a closer look at the Susan B. Anthony $1 coin, minted in 1979. This coin is often overlooked in the world of modern U.S. coins, but it holds significant value, especially in certain conditions. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced by the U.S. Mint as part of the government's ongoing attempt to replace the paper dollar with a more durable and practical coin. It was meant to honor the suffragist Susan B. Anthony, who was instrumental in the fight for women's rights, including the right to vote. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted as a direct attempt to improve upon the unpopular Eisenhower dollar. Unlike its predecessor, the Anthony dollar was smaller and closer in size to the quarter, which made it more practical for circulation. However, despite its intent to replace paper dollars, the coin wasn't widely accepted by the public. In fact, it was often mistaken for a quarter, especially in vending machines. Minted for a relatively short period, from 1979 to 1981, and then again in 1999. As part of a commemorative series, the coin's design features a portrait of Susan B. Anthony on the obverse, created by artist Frank Gasparo. On the reverse, you'll find the familiar eagle, reminiscent of the design found on the Apollo 11 mission commemorative coins. The obverse of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony coin is an elegant and simple profile of Anthony herself. The artist, Frank Gasparo, chose a profile image based on historical depictions of her. The inscriptions on the coin's obverse include "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the year 1979 and the mint mark on the reverse, the design features an eagle in flight, which is a common motif used in U.S. coinage. The eagle is seen holding an olive branch, symbolizing peace, and an oak branch, representing strength. Around the eagle, the inscriptions read, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and $1. The reverse design mirrors the one used on the Eisenhower dollar. Though the Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted in large quantities, the 1979 large date variety has caught the attention of collectors. The 1979 large date coin stands out due to the specific design change that occurred between the large date and the small date versions. The large date coins are generally easier to find in circulation, while the small date variety is rarer and more sought after. However, the value of a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar in fine condition can still hold some considerable worth, particularly if the coin is well preserved. A coin in fine condition may typically sell for around $20,000, but as with many coins, the value increases with condition. Mint state coins, or those with a higher grade, can reach values ranging $25,000 or more, depending on the buyer and the auction market. One notable error associated with the Susan B. Anthony dollar is the wide rim variety, which is similar to the error found in Sacagawea dollars. These coins, which have a slight misalignment in the die, are highly coveted by collectors. Another error to keep an eye out for is the doubled die variety, which is when the die used for striking the coin was misaligned, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the lettering or design. Additionally, due to its relatively short production period, the Susan B. Anthony dollar has garnered a niche following among collectors. Those who appreciate the historical context of the coin's creation, as well as its design, continue to seek it out, which keeps its value afloat. Much like the Sacagawea dollar, the Susan B. Anthony $1 coin has earned a place in the hearts of numismatists and history buffs alike. Although it may have had a challenging reception in circulation, its role in American history, combined with its unique design and the collector interest, has allowed it to maintain relevance in today's market. Next up, 1974, the Eisenhower dollar had solidified its position in the world of U.S. currency, and it continued to circulate despite the shift towards smaller-sized coins like the Susan B. Anthony dollar. The 1974 coin, featuring a large date and a D mint mark, was produced at the Denver Mint, and it quickly became a collector's item. Unlike the earlier 1971 and 1972 coins, the 1974 Ike dollar marked the beginning of a new era in coin design and production, featuring subtle adjustments to its overall look and feel. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar with the D mint mark is one of the most sought-after pieces in the series, particularly in extra-fine condition. As the U.S. Mint shifted towards smaller denominations, the Eisenhower dollar's popularity began to wane, making high-quality specimens from this year even more valuable. The 1970s were a transformative period for the United States, with inflation rates soaring, the Watergate scandal rocking the political landscape, and the nation still reeling from the effects of the Vietnam War. It was also the time of the end of the silver dollar era, and the Eisenhower dollar, minted in copper nickel-clad, was one of the last attempts to keep the large-sized dollar coin in circulation. Produced with a large date to distinguish it from the previous year, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar features a more modern approach to coin production. Its large size and robust design made it a popular choice for collectors at the time of its release, and its relatively low mintage compared to earlier years means that high-grade examples are still highly prized today. The obverse of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is essentially the same as the earlier 1972 version, featuring a profile of President Dwight D. Eisenhower. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, was meant to symbolize the leadership and legacy of Eisenhower, while the reverse of the coin, also unchanged from previous years, features an eagle landing on the moon to commemorate the success of the Apollo 11 mission. The distinguishing feature of the 1974 coin is the large date, which refers to the size of the numerals in the year 1974 as compared to earlier designs. The D mint mark, indicating the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, is also a key factor in identifying this specific variation of the Eisenhower dollar. Approximately 46 million 1974 Eisenhower dollars were minted, with a large portion being struck at the Denver Mint. Despite this high mintage, the demand for high-quality examples, particularly in extra-fine condition, has driven up the coin's value on the collector market. The coin's relatively low availability in mint state and its enduring popularity mean that high-grade examples are harder to find, making it a prized piece for collectors. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar in extra-fine condition typically holds a market value of around $100,000. However, when the coin is presented in higher grades, such as gem mint state or MS-65 and above, the value increases significantly. At auction, high-quality 1974 Ike dollars can command anywhere from $120,000 depending on the grade and any unique characteristics of the coin. In addition to being a collector's favorite due to its high-quality strikes, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar also presents some interesting opportunities for error collectors. Errors such as double strikes, die cracks, and off-center strikes are especially valuable, as these errors are relatively rare. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar is one of the most desirable coins for numismatists, and its presence in the auction market has remained steady over the years. Coins that exhibit the right combination of rarity, quality, and error can fetch significantly higher prices than typical examples, ensuring that collectors continue to actively search for these particular pieces. Next up, the 1881 Silver Morgan. $1 with the S mint mark is an iconic piece of American numismatic history. Minted during the height of the industrial age, this coin carries the spirit of the 19th century and the expansion of the United States into the western frontier. Today, we will explore the market value, design features, and historical significance of this particular coin, and why it's a favorite among collectors. The Morgan dollar was introduced in 1878 as part of a silver coinage program designed by engraver George T. Morgan. The coin became the hallmark of U.S. currency during the late 19th century, particularly because of its widespread use in the western United States. The 1881 Morgan dollar was part of a larger series that saw coins struck at multiple mints, including the San Francisco Mint, indicated by the S mint mark. This particular coin was part of a series of high mintage years, but, as with all Morgan dollars, factors like rarity, condition, and market interest play a major role in its value. The 1881 Morgan dollar features Lady Liberty on the obverse, with her hair wrapped in a laurel wreath and a ribbon inscribed with E pluribus unum. Surrounding Liberty is the inscription Liberty, with the year 1881 below. The reverse showcases an eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, signifying peace and readiness for war. This patriotic design, featuring a classic American eagle, makes the coin highly symbolic of its time. The S mint mark on the reverse identifies this coin as being minted at the San Francisco Mint, which is known for producing coins with excellent craftsmanship, making San Francisco minted Morgan dollars highly sought after in the marketplace. The 1881 Morgan dollar with an S mint mark was minted in relatively large quantities, totaling around 8,280,000 coins. However, due to circulation and damage over the years, finding one in good condition is increasingly rare. The circulated version of this coin is valuable, though it may not fetch as much as a high-grade example. Nonetheless, its historical significance and collector interest continue to elevate its market value. Coins from the San Francisco Mint tend to have a certain mystique around them due to their connection to the western part of the United States. They are especially popular among collectors who focus on coins with mint marks from specific locations, and this particular coin is no exception. The 1881 Silver Morgan $1 with S mint mark, in circulated condition, is generally valued between $50,000 depending on wear and other factors. The coin's value can rise if it has been well preserved or has unique characteristics such as toning, striking errors, or historic provenance. As an iconic piece of American currency, it is widely collected both in the U.S. and internationally, increasing its appeal and driving demand in the auction market. Morgan dollars are renowned for their errors, and the 1881 is no exception. Die cracks, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes are just a few examples of errors that could make an 1881 Morgan dollar worth more than its standard market value. Collectors are often drawn to these imperfections because they add a unique layer of history and rarity to the coin. In addition to errors, the condition of the coin is critical. High-grade circulated examples, or coins that exhibit unique toning, are highly sought after, as they stand out in a collection. Next up, the Walking Liberty. Half dollar, struck from 1916 to 1947, is a cornerstone of American coinage. Designed by Adolph A. Weinman, this iconic coin features one of the most beloved representations of liberty in U.S. history. The coin was initially released during a time of great social and political upheaval, including the First World War and the Great Depression. Yet it remains an enduring symbol of America's strength, beauty, and ideals. The 1906 Walking Liberty dollar, in particular, is a rare piece within the series. While the coin series began in 1916, the reference to 1906 in this coin title can be somewhat misleading. The Walking Liberty coin itself was never minted in 1906, so the coin in question is likely a commemorative or a misinterpreted reference to a different series or year. However, the 1906 coin that fits the description is likely one of the older silver dollars, such as the Morgan or Barber type, possibly mixed with the Walking Liberty motif. Nonetheless, its historical significance is clear, and its value in today's auction market is notable for the right collector. The obverse design of the Walking Liberty. Half dollar features a graceful image of Liberty striding toward the dawn of a new day, with rays of sunlight behind her. The inscriptions, "Liberty and in God, We Trust," are engraved on either side of her, with the date appearing at the bottom. Liberty's flowing robes and the confident, forward-facing posture evoke a sense of hope and progress, making it one of the most popular and admired designs in U.S. coinage. On the reverse, an eagle is depicted with its wings spread, symbolizing the strength and resolve of the United States. The motto, "A pluribus unum," and the coin's denomination are displayed around the eagle, enhancing the patriotic sentiment that the coin represents. The design is timeless, exuding both elegance and power. The 1906 Walking Liberty. Half dollar, like many other coins from this period, was minted in large quantities. However, what makes this coin valuable today is its rarity in clean, well-preserved condition, especially when it comes to circulated and dirty coins. In lower grades, such as good or fine condition, this coin can typically fetch anywhere between $400,000 depending on the level of wear and the extent of its dirtiness. In cases where the coin is heavily soiled but still in decent condition, collectors may pay a premium for its historical significance and potential for restoration. Coins in better condition, graded very fine or extremely fine, are far more valuable, and auction prices can rise to $500,000 or more for a piece with only light surface wear. These coins are prized by collectors who appreciate the beauty of the design and the historical relevance of the Walking Liberty series. The Walking Liberty half dollar has long been a favorite of collectors. In terms of interest, the 1906 coin is part of a broader interest in early 20th century U.S. coinage. Many collectors specifically focus on collecting Walking Liberty coins, as they represent a pivotal period in American history. The coin's design is universally loved, which makes it particularly desirable among both novice and advanced collectors. Errors on Walking Liberty coins, including double strikes or overdates, significantly increase collector interest. These coins, especially in any form of rare error, are highly coveted and can fetch prices well beyond their typical range. Errors can turn a moderately worn coin into a true treasure, as collectors often seek out these unique specimens to complete their collections. Next up, the 1886 Silver Morgan $1, featuring an S-error mint mark. To understand its enormous value today, let's first take a look at its historical context and what makes this coin so special. In 1886, the U.S. Mint produced Morgan silver dollars, designed by George T. Morgan, who was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. These coins were part of a larger series struck between 1878 and 1904, with another round in 1921. The 1886 year was particularly notable as it marked the peak of the late 19th century when silver was a primary part of the American economy. and the government was minting these dollars to back silver in circulation. The S Mint mark represents coins produced at the San Francisco Mint, one of the most historically significant minting facilities in the United States. However, what sets this coin apart from others in the Morgan dollar series is the S-error mint mark. This mistake was due to an issue at the mint during production, the S mint mark. On some of the coins was incorrectly stamped, causing the error. This made a small group of these Morgan dollars far rarer and more valuable than their standard counterparts. Designed by George T. Morgan, the obverse of the 1886 Morgan dollar features the head of Lady Liberty wearing a coronet, inscribed with the word Liberty. Surrounding her are 13 stars, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. On the reverse side, we see a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other, representing the balance between war and peace. Above the eagle is the inscription, United States of America, and $1, with the iconic motto, In God We Trust. Beneath the S-error mint mark is significant because it wasn't widespread. Fewer than 50 coins were estimated to have been produced with the error before the mint corrected the problem. As a result, these coins are incredibly rare. The mintage for the 1886 Morgan dollar as a whole was around 9.8 million coins, but only a small fraction of these feature the error mint mark. It's this rarity that adds value. In today's auction market, the value of the 1886 Morgan dollar with the S-error mint mark in fine condition can easily reach upwards of $4,000 to $6,000 depending on its exact condition and provenance. Higher-grade examples with better preservation or more unique characteristics have been known to fetch much higher prices, even $10,000 or more. The scarcity of this coin makes it a highly coveted item among numismatists, and collectors are always on the lookout for it. Collectors are especially drawn to this coin due to its unique nature and historical significance. The S-error is part of what makes the 1886 Morgan dollar one of the most desirable of the Morgan dollar series. Because it was produced during a time of high silver demand, it's also highly valued for its metal content, but its error status elevates it far beyond the standard valuation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. And as always, keep hunting for those rare treasures.